Welcome you all to the next session, that is dynamically calling functions. How can we dynamically calling functions? Say runtime, I'm based on the input. I get to know, okay, I have to print the department name or have to print the department ID. That is the use cases which I have taken right now to explain this particular thing. So to get to know that, I have very big logic which I have written separately. But based on some condition, I can actually predict it in prior. So in that cases, prior to invoking this method itself, if I would able to find it, then I'll call it. I can pass it here. So once I entered in this input, in this method, I'm not able to achieve. Or sometimes I have to actually identify in prior and I have to send it. In such cases, it would be good to retain that particular information and pass as an input to this particular function to get that achieved. So to resolve this case, I have to actually declare that function. Function is actually another input. I have to give what data type input I have to pass and what is the return type I wanted. I have to define both. So get department name is one of my implementation. So this is done, or this is also possible. Okay, so now I can actually pass this as a parameter, as an input to the function which we are calling. So this is my target function which I have derived from some other logic maybe. So wherever I wanted in the middle of all those lines, I'll just apply it by giving that input. So I don't know what kind of implementation is there in this particular function when I invoke it, but my case is like I have to apply this particular function at some times in middle of this logic, so that I'm deriving it while I calling that particular function. So I'm just calling this particular input, and this is my input and this is my target. Okay, let's see these things. Yes, so now you know the answer, but still I will finish this example. So now I want to know the department ID. Yes, let's finish it. This is it. There are some cases like if you want to pass more than one input. So how do you do it? Yes, it is possible by passing by function. Input 1, input 2. Employee, some string, like I'm just naming it junk. A is an employee object, and B is another one string object which I don't know whatever it is. So I can actually construct that thing. So I can give input, two different input, and I can get an output. So that is also possible. Same is like by predicate also possible. So in such cases you can actually use these functional interfaces as well. Okay, hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Shortly we'll check in the next tutorial.